Whisk and What If. Today I'm going to be making a cake and then we're going to pipe it. I'm going to try a different shape and give it a go and see if I can make it look realistic. I hope you enjoy. We are going to add 200 grams of softened butter. I hope this is soft enough and it doesn't kick up in. I'm going to add 320 grams of white sugar to the bowl and we're going to start this on. A cup of milk to this. We'll add more if I need to, but we'll start off with 1 cup of milk and we're going to slowly bring this up. To add 4 eggs and 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract into this now. Slowly add 600 grams of self-raising flour to this mix. A half a cup to help scoop it in so it's not as messy. And we're going to do this until it's combined and it's smooth. these tins down. I've never worked with a sphere cake pan, so this one's going to be interesting for me. And I've got, I think, a 23-inch cake tin over here. So I'm going to fill this one first, then I'm going to fill this one. Day 2 of making this cake. Today we're going to make the cream cheese frosting. So first we're going to start off with 370 grams of room temperature butter, and we're going to cream that until it's nice, light and smooth. Shift 800 grams of icing sugar so that there was no lumps. Are we going to use all of this? Probably not. But I'm going to do it a cup at a time and slowly add it to the butter. And then once that's at a nice light color, I'm going to add the cream cheese. Of 250 gram cream cheese to this, and I'm going to whip it for a while before I add any more sugar, just to see what the consistency is. I'm now going to separate these in a few different bowls because I'm going to make a few different colors, and then with the stuff that's left in the bowl, I'm going to add black cocoa powder to it and mix it in. It is better if I whip it in than trying to fold it in by hand. I'm going to add a teaspoon at a time of black cocoa powder, as this does change the texture of it and I don't want it to become too gritty. Cocoa powder mix. Over time this will set and it should get darker. If not, next time I will add a little bit more than I already have in here. But we don't want it to become too dark. I'm gonna leave this one alone because I'm gonna need it to put in between as filling and to coat the cake. Now with this one, I want to slowly add colour to this and go from there because I don't want it too dark. And I've not worked with gel food colouring before. Color I've got. It's not exactly what I was after, but I don't want to keep adding brown to it because I don't want to make it taste funny. looking back at this, I struggled with the ears. One turned out bigger than the other still. That's okay. And I didn't like the shape of the head or the snout the time I finished carving, but I went along with it and just to see how and if the icing would change it. I really struggled with icing and covering this snout. I will think of a better way of doing it for down the track, but right now I'm happy with how that turned out. Okay, these colors were not working for me, and I got really frustrated and angry with myself that I didn't change them when at the beginning. So I ended up scraping all the icing off once it had become hard. I ended up shortening the snout a bit more, and I was happy with the final product. There is more improvement I can do, but I'm proud of myself of what I achieved in the first go and then what the end product was.